everybody, welcome to the second video in the Edgewater tutorial slash learning series, I guess, is what we're calling it now. Just finding my way through this series as I record it to how to name everything and everything. This video is going to cover new crop types and also just some other various crop info about the map and real life too, so help you farm this map in a realistic fashion. We're going to start with looking at some of our new crop types in their first growth stage. So here we have the lentils. Over here we have peas in their first growth stage. And lastly, of our new crops, we have flax. We will jump ahead here and I'll advance these to the next growth stage so I can show you what those look like as well. Okay, we're back here with the second growth stage of these new crop types. So here we have the lentils in their second stage, peas in their second growth stage, starting to flower a bit. And over here we have the flax. And we will jump ahead now to the third stage. Alrighty, here we are, and here's your third and I guess final growing stage here for the lentils. Peas, as you can see, we got some pods on them now, and flax is here flowering with some of the bolls forming already. And we will jump, the next stage should be the harvest stage. We will check that out. Alrighty, and here we are back with the final growth stage of each of these new crops. Here we have the lentils. They're a shorter crop, as you can see, compared to the peas here, which are in their final growth stage now as well. And here's the flax in its final growth stage. Flax can also be swathed at this stage if you wish to do that. We covered that in the previous video. If you skipped ahead, we will jump over now and show a little bit more about the flax, and then we'll get into some generic overall information about all the crops on the map. We're over here in the combine. See, he's combining away here and leaving a straw swath behind. As you can tell, it's not our usual straw swath. It seems a lot darker in color. That's because flax has its own unique straw type. And we will run over to the tractor and baler here to see the custom bales that also come with this straw type. Alright, so as you can see here as we bale, we've got a different straw icon there in the bottom corner. The baler is filling up with the flax straw. Now flax straw, unfortunately, can't be used for bedding for your animals. It can be used in your TMR ration, or it is more likely to be sold because it does have a slightly higher value than regular straw. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to code it in this bedding. It seems to be a hard-coded thing in the game files to what I saw anyway when I was trying to change that. Just spin around here. So this is the hired worker stopping early for the fence. Should be getting a bale here shortly. And so there, as you can see, we have the custom bale type for the flax. There's also square bales have their own custom texture as well. Now we'll take a look at the crop calendar, which is customized to suit the growing season of the Saskatchewan area. Some of the crops that aren't realistically grown in this area haven't been tweaked. For example, sugarcane is really wonky there. Could likely change it, but it's not worth it because it's not grown typically in this map region. Same with, well, the cotton is somewhat decent, I guess, and sorghum, grapes, and olives also are not set up, but that doesn't matter. You really shouldn't be wanting to grow those here anyway. Your wheat, you can seed in April or May, or you can seed it as winter wheat in September. You can harvest it in August or September. Barley is the same, aside from there's no winter barley. And we'll jump down, the oats are also the same. Canola is going to be seeded only in May and harvested in September or October. Corn and sunflowers are also seeded only in May with an October-November harvest. Soybeans are seeded in May with a September-October harvest. Potatoes in May with a September harvest. And sugar beets with a November harvest. Both of those root crops aren't too popular in Saskatchewan. I don't think any sugar beets and a very small amount of potatoes, but I did leave that option open as they are grown in Canada. And down here we'll cover the new crops. So the flax is seeded in May and harvested in September or October, and the peas and lentils are seeded in April and harvested October or September. So that covers that there. We will jump over here. I do also have some charts prepared for you guys here to show you a little bit of background info as well. The first chart here is a yield chart to show you kind of what sort of yields you can expect from the crops. So as you can see from the charts here, corn and oats are going to be your two top yielding crops. I don't have a chart prepared on the prices of them. I've left that up to you to observe in the markets, as that's very easy to do in the game for yourself. I just figured I would provide this data instead of you having to experiment to see what's going on with each crop. Yeah, corn and oats are the highest yielder. Oats, if you swathed it, possibly out-yield the corn. I haven't experimented to see, but I would imagine it would do that if you swathed it. Next, kind of in a tier system, would be barley and sunflowers. Also there, wheat and peas yield the same, so it would be a matter of which you would like to grow and the pricing on those, of which is better. Then it kind of tapers off. Soybeans, canola, flax, and lentils is finally the lowest yielding crop of the ones that could be grown realistically in this area. So yeah, there's that little bit of info there for you. So yeah, if you want to refer to this chart when you're making your decisions on which crops to grow for maximum profit and return, there's that data there. I also have a second chart here with a little bit of real life data for you if you're interested. This chart shows all the crops that can be grown on the map. And this is data from the Saskatchewan government on how many acres are grown of each crop. Now, notice corn and sunflowers aren't on the chart here. That's because there was no data on their chart, so I'm assuming there's such a very small amount of them growing that there wasn't any data to make available on here. But yeah, canola is obviously the big crop proportionally compared to other. Now there is other crops grown in the area too, so it's not that 40% of the acres in Saskatchewan are canola. This is just relative to what we have in the game. But yeah, canola and wheat are obviously the biggest two. Lentils is actually quite large, which I wasn't expecting when I was looking through this data. But yeah, there's that to also help you make informed decisions on what would realistically possibly be grown on your farm on Edgewater. And that about wraps up this video. The next video we will be showing how to smooth the ditches in the fields if you don't want to farm these interestingly shaped fields we have on the map here. if you're more of a square farm person, but you really like the environment we've created on the map, with the different crop types and just the overall aesthetics of the map. I'll be showing you how to deal with those ditches and different ways to farm through them. So yeah, hope you will join us in the next video, and that's all for this one. See you next time.